Hi there, it's Connie-Rae. Welcome to another craft tutorial at stampityourself.com. Today's tutorial is this box. This is cute. There's lots of reasons why I think it's cute, but the main reason is that the cardstock is actually Stampin' Up's white cardstock, and it's actually called the Specialty Designer series paper, Fancy Frost. And it's actually got these little embossed surface. It's got an embossed surface. You probably can't see it here, but when you actually turn it silver, you will be able to see it. You can see the little patterns on it. Let me see if I can bring up. There you go. And when you turn it silver, it absolutely is beautiful. It's so nice, and it's so easy to do, and you can do it. So I will get on with this tutorial so you know how to do it. Hopefully it won't take too long. Okay, put the box aside. Okay, you need, for this tutorial, your label is going to be cheers, just spreading cheers this Christmas, and it's here's to the cheers, Stampin' Up. And I have cut out stamped it, embossed it already for you to see, so we don't have to go through that process. I've used smoky slate as an under base and just white cardstock on the top and stamped it, and you just cut it out using the tags and framelits dies, and I've used the biggest one and the third biggest one to do that. Now this designer series paper is in the catalogue, and the holiday catalogue, it's on page 37, and here it is here. And it's basically called Fancy Frost Specialty Designer Series paper, and it comes as 12 by 12, and it's white. It's a matte finish, but it's raised. It's like it's embossed, and I've added the silver to it, and I'll show you how I've done that. So this is available until January, so there's not much time, and I wish well, actually I'm going to order some more because it just comes up beautiful with some silver mixative on it. So if you haven't got any of this, grab some. It is fun, really fun. Okay, so the next thing you need for the box is you're going to need the bottom of, the insert for the box, and that is going to be a piece of, I've used black in my previous one, but I'm going to use smoky slate in this one, and it's 5 by 6, 6 inches by 5 inches. And I've got the bottom of the box and the top of the box, and that is let me think, 5 9/16 for both of those, and 4 9/16. So 2 pieces of that, but this is the Specialty Designer Series paper, so you need 2 pieces of that, whatever design you choose. I'll go with the one that I've already done because you've already seen it, and it just looks gorgeous. It looks better in real life too. I don't know, well, it doesn't look better in real life. It actually looks really nice on the camera because it's really shiny and it's all silver, but it's just amazing when it comes up. Okay, so I'll show you how I've done this technique. Now, you may not have these. These are not Stampin' Up, but they certainly are worth having in your arsenal. Let's put it that way. We'll call it arsenal. Okay, this is a Tim Holtz mixative. This is pearl, and this is a mixative silver. Okay, and they're both alcohol-based inks. So if you haven't got any of these, I would get them and play with them because they are really a lot of fun. Okay, the other thing that you'll need is one of these with the felt tip, not the sponge. That makes a lot of difference to the way that this actually goes on. So if you haven't got one, don't panic. Makeup removers work perfectly. So if you've got a couple of these, they're very cheap. Just put your product, this product, onto these and just sponge it on like you would normally with a sponge. So don't panic if you haven't got one of these, but you do need these. These got little balls in them to keep the mixative all shook up, and they are shook up, so don't panic. All good, huh? All right, so what I'll do is I'll just grab my scrap piece of paper that I've done, and I'll show you how I've actually turned this white paper into this gorgeous silver box. It's just so amazing. I love it. And I've also got bronze and gold as well, but I preferred the silver with the pearl mixative. All right, so take your silver Now, this is how I've done it. I'm sure that there's other ways to do it, and I'm probably sure that I'm not doing it 100% correctly as it's supposed to be done. But this is how I've done it, and it worked for me this way. So I have just covered backwards and forwards across here the felt pad with silver on the first instance. Then I have taken my pearl mix, because I like a little bit of pearl in it, because otherwise it looks like stainless still. A little bit of pearl, and I've just turned it round and I've just put 7 drops. Let's put 8 just to be sure of the pearl. Okay, so that's on my sponge now, and this is my paper. So this is my white cardstock with my raised embossing on it. So basically you're just going to do like you always do. You're going to mix it on, and you will see how this comes together, and it's just amazing. It's a good idea to get this and play with it if you haven't got it already. But it's certainly so fantastic. I cannot emphasize how awesome it is. All right, so that's half done. So you'll see now how, well, that's a good way to look at it. See the white and the silver. So it's turning silver. Hasn't dried yet, hasn't finished yet, but we'll keep going. So basically I've done this twice on each card piece. I've done the one this side, and then I found that with the, just to make sure it's all done, gone over the edges and kept rubbing it in. It's an alcohol one, so you don't have to really rub it in too much. It's going to spread and it's going to stop spreading. So there is a an alcohol rubbing solution that you can put with it, but I didn't really like the watered down look. I really liked the pearl and the silver together. All right, so that's, let me have a look. That's one side. And now for the other side, I just did exactly the same thing. I got my silver and I just ran it across. This is how I use it. I'm not saying that it's right. I don't know if it's right, but that's how I've used it, and I like the effects that it's given me. So, and then just turn it around, just put a few dabs of pearl. Probably too many dabs of pearl then, but that's okay. All right, and then just, and it spreads so easily. It's really like butter, just spreading onto the paper, and it's just fantastic. Don't be afraid to put a bit of pressure on it. When it comes to boxes, it's a simple box. It's not a hard box. Oh gosh, look at that. Got all over me. It's not hard to do, is it really, when we're crafting? Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It might look funny under the light, but it is, let me just get a wipe and just try and wipe some of this off. Okay, there we go. Kind of leaked out a bit. That's really all there is to it. Let me see. It's really hard for me to see because the lighting that I use to film and the lighting that I use to craft is different. But that being said, it looks pretty good. See the silver and the white? Looks good. So I'm pretty sure that it's pretty well covered. So that's one piece, and that's all that it takes, is just to do that. And the other thing is, it doesn't leak out, it doesn't come through the box or that side. So really fun. Okay, so we'll do the next piece, same process. Bit of silver, bit of pearl. And of course you can go over it as many times as you like. It doesn't really matter. And you can muck around with the pearl and the silver. You can have more pearl than you can silver, or you can have more silver than pearl. but I personally liked the pearl with the silver. It just gave the box this gorgeous hue that really worked well. So it might actually look a little bit odd, I suppose, from your perspective, but you can see the shine that I'm getting there on the silver and the gold, the silver and the white. So it's one of those things that you really have to do yourself to find out how fantastic it is. But I can tell you, it is good, and you end up with this gorgeous box. And as I said, just muck around with your colours. Play. And it doesn't take much to do. It just glides on. Like, I just can't believe how quick and easy it is and how effective it looks after you've done it. Perfect for Christmas or any occasion. Great for wedding bombonieres and stuff like that, like, because that just comes up beautiful. Keep your eye out for these kind of papers, or you can do your own. You can emboss something and then you can just add the silver to it with the pearl. So you just do your own embossing. It's quite possible. So there's many uses for it, but it's this easy, and I just cannot believe how fantastic it is. Sorry, I'm raving on again, aren't I? It is nice. You won't be disappointed if you give it a go. All right, let's have a look. All right, I'm pretty well covered in the stuff, which is good, because that means I've done my job. And I'm pretty sure that they're even. So there you go. Don't worry about the splotchy look. It's the mix of the pearl and the silver when you hold it on the camera like that. So don't take any notice of that. It doesn't look blotchy when you've made it. It actually just looks normal. Just looks silver, basically. So get rid of that. I'll just put my lids on my mixatives because I will knock them over. I'm telling you. That's the kind of thing I do. All right, so just put that in there. All right, so that being done, that is the bottom and the top of your box. This is the insert of your box, and the rest of it is basically history. So I'll just grab my scoreboard, hurl it up here. Okay, so you have the bottom of your box, and the bottom of your box is 5 by 6, 6 that way, 5 that way. Okay, and you're going to score at 1 inch all the way around. Actually, it's not really the box, it's the insert. Sorry, I can confuse when I say that. Okay, then with your lid and your bottom, these are both 5 9/16 by 4 9/16. Okay, and we're going to score these at 3/4 of an inch all the way around. Really, really easy box to do. Both the same, 3/4 of an inch all the way around. Easy box, looks glorious. Huh, what more could be asked for? Okay, scoring done. Get that out of the way. Okay, so I have used Tombow as my choice of adhesive. When it comes to boxes, I think we all know the drill with boxes, and if we don't, that's fine. What we'll do is we'll just do some scoring. Sorry, not scoring, we'll do some burnishing, as they say. Just burnish your lines. On all your scoring. So if you haven't got these products, remember, you can only get them till January in terms of the cardstock. Not the smoky slate, that's always available. That's one of our regular colours. But this designer series paper, the Specialty designer series paper, is only available to January. Of course, there's lots of other options as well. As I said, you can emboss and do the same thing with embossing. So it's not the end of the world. But if you're going to buy it, please do go and get it from me. Support my channel so that I can keep bringing you all these glorious, wonderful, crafty items. Okay, so when it comes to cutting, we are just going to go up and notch it in, as we always do when it comes to making boxes and putting boxes together. Just going up on the corner and notching in, so that when we when we glue our box together, it doesn't show. I tried the bronze one. I want to try it again with the pearl, because I don't know, it wasn't my favorite, but I was just so taken with it. It's such a great little toy to play with. You have to get it to try it. Okay, so that's the inside of the box. I'm going to just glue that down with some Tombow. I just think Tombow, just to make sure that because I'm not sure what I'm putting in this box. I have got some stuff that I've got to put in for Christmas, obviously, but I'm not sure how heavy it's going to be, but that just depends on what you're putting in it, doesn't it? Really, at the end of the day. So I'm just going up and putting those corners together. Nice and sturdy. So this is going to sit inside your lid and your bottom. And the smoky slate really lends itself to the silver as well. So that's kind of cool. The other one I did was in black, and it looks just as nice, if not formal. Okay, and the same with our lid or our bottom, whichever one you want to call it, because they're exactly the same. Just going to notch in, cut away those edges so that it does come together and finish in a nice way. I was so excited when I found this. I mean, I've had this stuff for a while and I've been playing around with it, but it was just when I decided to, because I love mixing mediums and I love playing around with mediums, different kinds of things. It's just so interesting, and you end up with these gorgeous these things that just come together sometimes accidentally or deliberately, and it's just amazing sometimes what you can do. Hope I didn't cut too much off that. Trying to rush, because I know that it's very difficult when you... I know when I look at a video and it's got like 35 minutes, I think, oh, really? I don't know if I can handle that for 35 minutes because I've got so many other things I'd rather be doing. But, you know, some things are worth waiting for, aren't they? Right, okay, that is all cut and notched. And again, I am just going to use Tombow as my preferred choice of adhesive. The good thing about the alcohol too is it dries so quickly. So you're not, having to put it aside and leave it and come back an hour later, because it's just so instantaneous. And it just grabs really well on a raised surface. So I got, oh, that's what I meant to say too. The alcohol, what is it? The mixatives. What are they called? Yeah, the mixatives. These are Tim Holtz. If I don't get my stuff from Stampin' Up, because I'm a demonstrator, which is highly unlikely that I get it anywhere else, the only other place I would get anything would be Crafts Online, eBay, or a $2 shop. And that's about it. So when it comes to me getting my products, I do like to muck around and see what's available. So I'm not worried about going out and getting something that from somewhere else and giving it a whirl if I think that I've seen something that I'd like to try. But that's the only places that I usually get it. But my main supply of products is from Stampin' Up, because they are such good quality. But also things like those alcohol markers, inks and stuff like that, they don't carry them on things. So this is the bottom of my box. There we go. Just squeeze in the insert. See, there we go. So that's the inside of the box. That's the bottom of the box, shiny and silver. Don't worry about that funny looking thing. It's just the light of the camera and the pearl mixative. I can tell you it looks uniform when you look at it. Okay, so that's that bit. Now we'll just do the lid. And I'm so sorry, it's such a little bit of a longer tutorial, but it's certainly worth it. And I do hope you give it a go, because you will be happy with the results. But like most things, you need to have a little bit of a play first. So be prepared to sort of like grab it and muck around with it and mix your colours. Just play, have fun. That's what I like to do. Oh, sorry, I'm out of camera reach there. Looking at my hands that are all nice and silver. Because there's so many things coming out, isn't there? Like the other day I saw some colouring in plates and cups from Max Williams in the shops, where you actually buy the actual cup and the plate and you colour it in, and it came with a special paint. I thought, oh my gosh, the world has gone colour mad. And I actually liked the idea of it. And then I thought, you know what, I have got too much to play with. I don't need anything else other than what I already have. Okay, and that, my dears, is the lid. So you'll see that it all flushes. Ugh, says she with her tongue hanging out. There we go. Flushes beautifully. Just like that. How's that? Ah, so exciting. All right. Now, I wish I could just get a thing and just do my hands, because they're driving me. I hate dirty hands. Well, I hate gluey dirty hands. Oh, that one's... Let me just push that one back in a bit. There we go. Okay. So the next thing that we've done is we've got a little... Sorry. Hang on a sec. It's not sticking. There we go. Okay, now it is. Okay. Now, this bow you can use as an anchor to hold your box together. It's entirely up to you how you or where you position this. But I found that if you leave it sort of like loose enough to move it up and down, you can do whatever you want with it. It just depends. Okay. So I'm just seeing if I'm going to be able to get a bow done. You know, when you film, it never wants to work. This is one of them. Is it? Is it? Okay, maybe. All right, let's just do one more shot. Okay. Bit of tricky manoeuvring over here. Oh, I pulled it too tight. That's what I've done. All right, one more time. We're getting there, guys. Okay, I don't want to pull it too tight because we want it to sit flush. All right, there we go. Is that flush? Yes, it's flush. Sit flush. Okay. Now, I've pulled the damn thing too tight before, so I'm not going to do that again. Okay, let's try this again. If we don't get it this time, I'm going to throw it in the bin. Just joking. Okay. And another one like that. And then over like that. Well, I can't say that that's the best bow I've ever done, but it's not the worst. Okay, so we have got our flush little box all sitting nicely. I've twisted the ribbon, but you know what? You get the idea. And I've pushed it down too hard, so I keep mucking around. Anyway, that's fine. So then we have got our little already stamped and embossed. I clear embossed that with Smoky Slate stamp on the two of these. I cut them out. They look gorgeous together. So I'll just stick them on with a bit of dimension. I pushed it down too hard. Okay. There we go. So that is it. And of course with the other one I have put some sequins just to make it look pretty. So there you go. You can add some sequins as well. That is the tutorial. Great box, a great little technique that you are going to love if you give it a go. I'm sure you'll love it. And that is it. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by, and please do subscribe, and I'd love to see how you go with it. It's really easy. Don't be frightened of it. Give it a go, and it just looks gorgeous. Now I've got 2 boxes for Christmas presents. Done. Okay, thanks for joining me. Take care and have a good Christmas. Ciao.